गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। नमः श्री शंकरानंद गुरुपादाम्बुजन्मने सविलासमहामोह ग्राहग्रासैककर्मणे तत्पादाम्बुरुहद्वन्द्व सेवा निर्मलचेतसाम् सुखबोधाय तत्त्वस्य विवेकोऽयं विधीयते। शब्दस्पर्शादयो वेद्या वैचित्र्याज्जागरे पृथक् ततो विभक्ता तत्संविद् ऐकरूप्यान्न भिद्यते। तथा स्वप्नेऽत्र वेद्यन्तु न स्थिरं जागरे स्थिरम् तद्भेदोतस्तयोः संविद् एकरूपा न भिद्यते। सुप्तोत्थितस्य सौषुप्त तमो बोधो भवेत् स्मृतिः सा चावबुद्धविषया अवबुद्धं तत्तदा तमः सबोधो विषयाद्भिन्नो न बोधात् स्वप्नबोधवत् एवं स्थानत्रयेऽप्येका संवित्तद्वद्दिनान्तरे मासाब्दयुगकल्पेषु गतागम्येष्वनेकधा नोदेति नास्तमेत्येका संविदेशा स्वयं प्रभा इयमात्मा परानन्दः परप्रेमास्पदं यतः मानभुवं हि भूयासम् इति प्रेमात्मनीक्ष्यते। तत्प्रेमात्मार्थमन्यत्र नैव मन्यार्थमात्मनि अतस्तत्परमन्तेन परमानन्दतात्मनः इत्थं सच्चित्परानन्द आत्मा युक्त्या तथाविधम् परं ब्रह्म तयोश्चैक्यम् श्रुत्यन्तेषूपदिश्यते अभानेन परं प्रेम भानेन विषये स्पृहा अतो भानेऽप्यभातासौ परमानन्दतात्मनः अध्येतृवर्गमध्यस्थ पुत्राध्ययनशब्दवत् भानेऽप्यभानं भानस्य प्रतिबन्धेन युज्यते प्रतिबन्धोऽस्ति भातीति व्यवहारार्हवस्तुनि तन्निरस्य विरुद्धस्य तस्योत्पादनमुच्यते तस्य हेतुः समानाभि हारः पुत्रध्वनिश्रुतौ इहानादिरविद्यैव व्यामोहैकनिबन्धनम् चिदानन्दमयब्रह्म प्रतिबिम्बसमन्विता तमो रजः सत्त्वगुणा प्रकृतिर्द्विविधा च सा सत्त्वशुद्ध्यविशुद्धिभ्यां माया विद्ये च ते मते मायाबिम्बो वशीकृत्य तां स्यात् सर्वज्ञ ईश्वरः अविद्यावशगस्त्वन्यः तद्वैचित्र्यादनेकधा साकारणशरीरं स्यात् प्राज्ञस्तत्राभिमानवान् Maya and avidya, twofold prakritis. One is Shuddha Sattva Pradhana, another is Malina Sattva Pradhana. On account of association with Maya, the Chaitanya becomes Ishvara. It is called Ishvara because the Maya, Upadhi, brings about certain attributes in the Chaitanya. On account of the association with the Maya, the Chaitanya gets certain attributes. Originally, the Chaitanya does not have any attribute. It is Brahman. It is Nirguna. but the nirguna gets certain attributes on account of the upadhi. Just like the sphatika, crystal, on account of the upadhi, japakusuma, red hibiscus flower. If you keep a red hibiscus flower near the crystal appears red. Otherwise, crystal didn't have any color. It was clear crystal. In the same manner, when the Chaitanya is associated with the Maya, certain attributes appear. Sarvajñatva, Ishvara is Sarvajña. On account of Maya, there is Sarvajñatva, all knowledge. Sarva Shaktimatva, all power. All these attributes come to Ishvara. That is how the nirguna becomes a saguna. With upadhi, it is saguna. Without upadhi, it is nirguna. So with the Maya upadhi, the Chaitanya is Ishvara. And with the avidya upadhi, the Chaitanya is Jiva. But in that stage, it is called Prajna. While associated with the Karana Sharira, avidya is Karana Sharira. On account of the association with the Karana Sharira, the Chaitanya is called Prajna. Now, in order to explain the Jagat, which also includes our bodies, the Jagat includes our Sthula Sharira and Sukshma Sharira also. Even our bodies are part of the Jagat, part of the universe. In order to explain the Srishti of the Jagat, the author refers to another Prakriti, Tamah Pradhana Prakriti. Let us read 18. Tamah Pradhana Prakritehe Tadbhogayeshwarajñaya Viyat Pavanate Jombu Bhuvo Bhutani Jajnire. Tamah Pradhana Prakritehe. From the Tamah Pradhana Prakriti, already we have seen there are three Prakritis. Prakriti was divided into threefold. Avidya, which is Malina Sattva Pradhana. Maya, which is Shuddha Sattva Pradhana, and then third one is Tamah Pradhana. Tamas is predominant. Here, avidya and maya both are sattva pradhan. One is shuddha sattva, another is malina sattva. But both are sattva pradhan. Since both are sattva pradhana, the Chaitanya reflects in them. That is why those two prakritis serve as the upadhi of Chaitanya. But the Tamah Pradhana Prakriti does not allow the reflection of Chaitanya in itself. Therefore, this itself does not serve as an upadhi. But this Prakriti is used for creation of the Jagat. Therefore, Tamah Pradhana Prakritehe, from Tamah Pradhana Prakriti, the five elements are created. The first step of creation, five elements are created. Now the Prakriti is Jada. If the Jada has to do something, there has to be a Chetana. A Chetana has to drive the Prakriti. Like the car is Jada. Jada has to be driven by a driver. Only then it moves. Likewise, this Tamah Pradhana Prakriti is also driven by Ishvara. Therefore, Ishvarajnaya, on account of Ishvara's ajna, Ishvara's command, Ishvara gives a command to Prakriti. Start. It is told in the Upanishads. Tadaikshata. The Ishvara saw. Saw means there is a jnana. Ishvara remembered. Thought, planned how creation has to happen, what has to be created, etc. So before Srishti, there was an Ikshanam, a seeing, a planning, a blueprint of the creation. Occurs in Ishvara's Upadhi. And then the Ikshanam is followed by an Ichha. So Kamayata. Ishvara willed. Ishvara willed that there has to be a Srishti. So there is a Ikshana and there is Kama. Desire, will, I should do the Srishti. Then the Srishti happens. Therefore, Ishwarajna, what is Ishwara's Ajna? Not that Ishvara tells someone, do this. Not so. Because there is nobody else to tell, do this, bring tea. There is nobody else to tell. So here Ajna means ईक्षापूर्वक सर्जनेच्छारूपया ईश्वराज्ञया. ईक्षापूर्वक सर्जनेच्छा is the ajna. The ikshanam, planning, and it is followed by desire, will. That is the ajna. So with that, the creation begins. So Ishvara gives the ajna because Ishvara is the nimitta karana. The intelligent cause is Ishvara. Then the srishti happens from the tamah pradhana prakriti. The prakriti undergoes modification. That is how the creation happens. Now, why all this creation has to happen? What is the purpose? Why Ishvara has to create? It is for Jiva's bhoga. Therefore, tad bhogaya tamah pradhana prakritehe tad bhogaya. Tad bhogaya means tesham prajnanam bhogaya. For the experience of the jivas, the prajnas, for their enjoyment, for their bhoga. Bhoga means sukha dukkha anyatara sakshatkaraha. Experience of both pleasure and pain is bhoga. Bhoga does not mean only pleasurable experience. Even the painful experience is bhoga from the philosophical perspective. So the srishti is done for the enjoyment of jiva. Now, if the jiva has to deserve any enjoyment, the jiva should have karma. Without karma, without punya papa rupa karma, karma in the form of punya and papa, bhoga is not possible. If I am enjoying something, it is my karma, it is a result of my karma. Now, if the universe has to be created for jiva's bhoga, that means the jiva should have karma. When did the jiva did karma? When did the jiva do karma? Because srishti has not yet happened. Therefore, we should understand the jiva has already done karma in the previous srishti. In the previous srishti, the jiva has already done karma. Lot of karmas are there in the previous srishti also. That is why the srishti is cyclic. Creation is cyclic. There is nothing called first Srishti. Just like the day and night are cyclic, even the Srishti is cyclic. You cannot talk of a first Srishti. It is logically not possible. Because if Srishti has to happen, the Srishti should be preceded by the karma of the jiva. If there is no jiva karma, jiva is not going to get any bhoga. Then Ishvara doesn't have to do the Srishti. So, tad bhogaya, for the sake of the jiva's bhoga, in accordance with the jiva's karma, Ishvara keeps in mind the karma of all the jivas who are going to be created, who are going to be born in this cycle of Srishti. And accordingly, he devises the Srishti. It is like building the apartment. The builders in cities like Bombay, some houses have become very old apartments, 40, 50 years old apartment. These apartments have to be broken and another apartment has to be built in the same place. It is happening in some localities because an apartment building will survive for 40 years or 50 years. Then it has to be broken and rebuilt. Pralaya and Srishti. And when it is rebuilt, they will shift them to some other place. They have to take some place for rent for 4 or 5 years when the building happens. Some places are undergoing this process. So Srishti is also like that. One Srishti, and that Srishti becomes very old. And then it has to be winded up. And another Srishti has to be produced. Another new universe. Now when another universe is produced, a new Srishti happens. All the jivas, their requirements are taken care of. Just like the builder takes care of requirement of all the owners, all the apartment owners. Somebody wants one type of design, somebody wants another type of design. Everything has to be taken care of. How much square meter one person has, how much money he has given, everything is kept in mind. The residents of the apartment. Accordingly, the builder builds skyscraper apartment. Likewise, when Ishvara creates the universe, he is not going to create the universe for himself. It is not for Ishvara. He is not interested. Ishvara doesn't have to live in the universe. It is for the sake of the jivas. What karma they have done in the past srishti, and what karma they are going to do now, accordingly the srishti is done. So tad bhogaya means prajnanam bhogaya, jivanam bhogaya, for the enjoyment of the jivas. According to their karma, they should get their phala. If they have done punya, they should get some pleasure. If they have done papa, they should get some pain, cough, cold. It is papa, some papa in the past janma. It gives its result now. So, jiva bhogaya, srishti happens. So, viyat pavana tejomba bhuva bhutani jajnire. In the process of srishti, first of all, 5 elements are born. Viyat means akasha, space. Pavana, vayu, air. Tejaha, agni, fire. Ambu, water, jala. And bhuvaha, bhuhu. Bhuhu means prithvi, earth. These are the 5 bhutas. Bhutani, jajnire. They were born, they were produced. And these 5, when they are born from the Prakriti, they are Sukshma Bhutas. They are Sukshma. What is Sukshma? Sukshma can be translated as subtle. But technically speaking, what is Sukshma? Anudbhuta guna is called Sukshma. The gunas are not udbhuta. Their attributes are not manifested. The gunas are there potentially. Guna means their attributes. Like Akasha has a Shabda guna. Guna doesn't mean Sattva Rajas Tamas, not that guna now. Akasha has a Shabda guna. Vayu has Sparsha guna. Agni has, Vayu has Shabda and Sparsha. Agni has Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa. These 3 gunas. Jala has Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa. 4 gunas. And Prithvi has Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha. 5 gunas. I told in Sanskrit, hopefully all of you know the meaning. Should I tell in English all this? No. I think we can use more of Sanskrit now. Yeah. Because there are hardly anybody who is totally unfamiliar with Sanskrit. Yeah. So, these gunas are there in these 5 elements. But when they are sukshma, these gunas are anudbhuta, means they have not manifested. Anudbhuta guna. It is like when a baby is born, it will have male or female gender. The gender has 2 levels of characteristics: primary characteristics and secondary characteristics. When the baby is born, it will show only the primary characteristics. Then you can make out whether it is a boy or a girl, you can make out. But the gender characteristics are not manifested that time. If you don't see the organ, you cannot make out whether it is a boy or a girl when it is a baby. But as it grows, attains puberty, then the secondary characteristics manifest. If it is a boy, beard starts appearing, voice changes. If it is a girl, then she will have her own characteristics, no beard, etc. So, likewise, the sukshma bhutas, the characteristics are not manifest at the sukshma level. That is why you are not able to perceive them with your senses. The sukshma bhutas cannot be perceived. Only the sthula bhutas can be perceived. So, 5 elements came. Now these 5 elements, they are divided into 3, each one: Sattvika, Rajasa and Tamasa. Akasha, Sukshma Akasha is divided into 3: Sattvika, Rajasa, Tamasa. You can make a table, a flow chart can be made. Vayu also Sattvika, Rajasa, Tamasa. Likewise, each element divide into 3 portions. One is Sattvika, another is Rajasa, another is Tamasa. Now the Sattvika portion is used to manufacture certain parts of the Sukshma Sharira. And also the Rajasa portion is used to form certain other aspect of Sukshma Sharira. Sattvika and Rajasa portion of the Sukshma Bhuta are used to manufacture the Sukshma Sharira. What is used for making what, we will see. 19. Sattvam shaif panchabhistesham kakramadhindriya panchakam Shrotratvagakshirasana Ghranakyamupajayate Tesham panchabhihi sattvanshaihi. The 5 sattvika portions are taken. 5 sattvika portions. Sattvika portion of each 5 element. When you take, you have to leave some, because it is like cooking. You have chopped the vegetable. Some vegetable is used for making vegetable, means some kind of curry, and the same some other portion is used for making khichdi, let us say. In the same manner, even the sattva, you have chopped the 5 elements. Each element is divided into sattvika, rajasa, tamasa. Now this sattvika portion, you take some portion of it and leave some portion of the sattvika amsha there. And out of each sattvika amsha, 1 indriya is made. See, sattvamshaif panchabhistesham. Tesham panchabhihi sattvanshaihi. The 5 sattvika amshas, kramat, in order, in the same sequence as it is mentioned in the previous shloka. Viyat pavana tejomba bhuvaha. In this order. Dheendriya panchakam. Dheendriya panchakam means jnanendriya panchaka. The 5 jnanendriyas. What are the 5 jnanendriyas? Shrotra, shrotrendriya. See, shrotrendriya does not mean this ear. This is not shrotrendriya. This is called golaka. This doesn't mean only this, including the eardrums, including the neurons, everything forms the golaka. As I said, it is the office. The shrotrendriya is sukshma. The ENT specialist cannot touch our shrotrendriya. What he can touch? Only the golaka. Shrotrendriya is sukshma. It is a component of the sukshma sharira. It functions through this golaka. It is like every software should have a hardware component. Without the corresponding hardware, the software cannot work. Like you may have the printer drive, the software will be there. But if there is no printer attached, no printer connected, just the software cannot print. If the printing process has to happen in your computer, in your system, there has to be the printer drive, and there has to be the printer, the software and the printer. Both should be there. Likewise, there has to be a golaka. Only when the golaka is properly functioning, only when the golaka is structurally accurate, structurally sound, then the indriya can function through the golaka. So, Shrotra, Shrotrendriya, the sense of hearing. Tvagindriya, Tvag, sense of touch. It is called Tvagindriya. It is present in the skin. Skin is its office. It is not the skin itself. Akshi, Chakshurindriya, sense of vision, sense of sight. Rasana, sense of taste. And Ghrana, sense of smell. Ghranakyam. These are the names of those indriyas. Akhyam means named so. Named Shrotra, etc. Upajayate. These are born. From where? From the Sattvika Amsha of the 5 elements, respectively. It's not that all 5 produce these 5. Akasha gives rise to Shrotrendriya. Sattvika Amsha of Akasha alone is used for Shrotrendriya. Vayu is used for Tvagindriya. Agni is used for Chakshurindriya. Jala is used for Rasanendriya. And Prithvi is used for Ghanendriya. That is why Kramat is told, respectively, in the same order. Shloka 20. Tairantah karanam sarvaihi vritti bhedena tadvidha mano vimarsha rupam syat buddhisya nischayatmika. I told earlier to keep a portion of Sattvika Amsha there. Why another portion has to be left? Because it has to be mixed up. The Sattvika Amsha of all 5 in all 5 elements, all 5 bhutas, is mixed up now. See, one portion of Sattvika Amsha is already utilized to make Shrotrendriya, etc. 5 Jnanendriyas. Another portion of the Sattvika Amsha, all 5 are taken and they are mixed up to make a paste, mixture. So, Sattvika Amsha of Akasha, Sattvika Amsha of Vayu, Sattvika Amsha of Agni, Jala and Prithvi. All 5 are mixed up and made, a mixture is made. And this mixture is used for making Antahkaranam. Antahkaranam. Antahkaranam is what we call mind. We generally call it mind. Mind is Antahkarana. See, Tairantah karanam sarvaihi. We have read. Yeah. Taihi sarvaihi antahkaranam. Taihi means Sattvam Shaihi. Panchabhihi Sattvam Shaihi. the five sattvika amshas. The sattvika amshas of the five elements, sarvaihi, all of them collectively, antahkaranam, antahkarana is formed. Antahkarana literally translates as inner instrument. Antaha means inner, karana means instrument. The senses are called bahya karana. The chakshurindriya, shrotrendriya, they are called bahya karana because they interact with the external world directly. But the antahkarana, it does not interact with the world directly. Instead, it receives the input from the other senses, the five senses, Shrotra, etc. It receives the input and processes it. Therefore, it is called antahkarana. It is internal because no direct interaction with the external world. Vrittibhedena tadvidha. Antahkarana is a twofold. Dvidha, it is twofold. Means there are two components of the antahkarana. The mind has two components. Does it mean the mind has two parts? One is this side, another that side. It is not so. The stuff called mind is only one. But on account of the functions are called vritti. Every thought is a vritti in the antahkarana. All the thoughts, any thought is in the form of a vritti in the antahkarana. It may be a knowledge, it may be an understanding, it may be an emotion, it may be an imagination, it may be a doubt. Everything is a vritti in our antahkarana. Based on the type of vritti, based on the type of function, the antahkarana is twofold. It is the same antahkarana, but when a particular type of vritti arises, it is called by one name. When another type of vritti arises, it is called by another name. That is how to dvidha. Not that essentially antahkarana is twofold. It is like the same person in a restaurant, and a small restaurant. I entered the restaurant, then a gentleman comes and asks, "What do you want?" Then he gives a list. I have this, I have that. There is no menu. The menu is just told. There is no written menu. He just lists, this is there, that is there. When he rattles out the menu and receives the order, he is called waiter. And then the same person goes inside and makes the dosa, and brings it. When he brings it, he becomes the server. When he goes and makes, he becomes cook. When he presents it to you, he becomes the server. And then the same person sits in the cash counter and receives cash, receives your money. Then he becomes the cashier. There are such restaurants. Only one person. It is run by only one person. The same person is cook. The same person is cashier. The same person is waiter. And so on. In the same manner, the same antahkarana, on account of its function, it is called by two names. One is manaha, another is buddhi. Mano vimarsha rupam syat. When it does vimarsha, vimarsha means samshaya, doubt. When there is a doubt, you are not sure what I should do, what is right. You are not sure, this or that. Samshayah dvikotikah. A samshaya will have two options, this or that. Vimarsha means samshaya. When there is samshaya, then the antahkarana is called manaha. Vimarsha rupam manaha syat. Nishchayatmika buddhi syat. When there is a nishchaya, an ascertainment, a decision, this is correct, I should do this, then it is buddhi. The same antahkarana is called buddhi. That is how the antahkarana is twofold. So, thus we have finished the sattvika amsha of the five elements. Rajasa and tamasa amsha is left there in the cup. What to do with them, we will see tomorrow. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.